Good evening. Once again, we return to the story of Caius, Spellsword, Dunmer, Eternal Champion, former agent of the Emperor, initiate in the Blades. Currently with some new hardware, which hopefully will carry on through the broadcast. I apologize for not being here last week, but I was waiting on a new video card. It seems that it's smooth enough, although I did notice a few jitters. Now, because it's been a while since I have recorded one of these episodes, I'm particularly lost on what I should be up to right now, so I'm going to take a minute to take a look at the log. I do remember that I left some, at least I'm fairly certain that I left some goods. That was unexpected.
I greet you as a friend.
I greet you too.
A warm welcome to you.
Warm welcome to you. Alright, so it looks like I did actually take the items with me. Yes, so the plan is to take the Daedric objects and anything else of value, use them to obtain items that I might want. Now, I have a fairly reasonable sort of an accumulation of goods. This might be a little bit harder to find upgrades than I can, but at the very least, I can send them back to Balmora. And this is the big question, whether or not there's anything in Balmora that whether or not there's anything for me to do in the area around here before going back to Balmora, or if I should just head back there now. Alright, I'm actually going to grab I used to have a notepad for this, so I think I'm going to start writing these down. So for rescuing Baden, I want to stop by Aldrun. This was the main reason why we went here. This I was particularly happy about. So I want to find out what happened to Amanin, so I'll stop by. I'll stop by wherever she wound up. Alright, we return the pants, so I also believe the Fighters Guild has a job for me to do. Alright, so it's possible that I need to get this dead money. last thing I'll do is consult the map, which I now know where I can find, and let's see where Suran is relative to everything. So Alderaan is to the south. I know that. Although I think I'm in Nisus, so it's more southeast. And then Suran is to the east, near Molagamur. Okay, so this is a fairly sensible route that I can take. I'm gonna go southeast to Alderaan, south to Balmora, so that I can drop off the Daedric goods. And then I realize I haven't really done anything yet, but yeah, we'll get.
And what is your business here? How may we help?
We'll go southeast Alderaan to
What, Outlander?
report.
Why do you disturb me?
I didn't say anything to you. We'll stop by Alderaan first, and of course do anything that we find along the way. And then we will sort of deposit our goods to Balmora until we can find something that we want to spend them on. And then of course there may be adventures along the way. I feel like there are probably some things that I wanted to do that I neglected, but I could think about it all day. Obviously, we wanna get on with the story, and then at some point, I am going to try.
As a friend.
At some point, I'm going to try and move up inside the Blades, but I figured I would at least try and get to my limits with the Mages Guild, if not the Fighters Guild. And it's certainly enjoyable to spend some time taking a look at Morrowind and everything we can get up to here. I am a little curious about whatever that is. But I can always head back to Nisus another time. I've probably wound up picking a lot of these. Was rather expecting to be able to pick some of those. Alright, I'm already heading the wrong way. Cool. Nisus. There's gotta be a bridge somewhere. I think I left figuring that out for the next broadcast, now that I think of it. What time is it? It's 5 in the evening, so I'm gonna be doing some late night travel, it looks like. That's fine. We'll admire the sights while we can. So from the map, it would look like we can cross straight here, but clearly this is not the case. And at this point, I'm a little more curious about how I got here without going over water. And I'm certainly not going to complain about an opportunity to look at this scenery, though. That scenery, that's nice. Alright, maybe the map has something to tell me that I can't find here. So it looks like all the bridges are to the east. Interesting. Alright, well, I will use that knowledge. I also know there are some books that I need to read at some point, but I will leave those for the right time. For now, I'm going to focus on getting to my different, the different locations I'm interested in, and any opportunities that come up along the way. Something.
And what is your business here? How may we help?
How can I help you?
You seem to want my knowledge.
That is a very interesting way to talk to people. You seem worthy of my knowledge, I'll talk to you. Maybe I'll try that on the next person I meet.
And what is your business here? How may we help?
Alright, I was hoping to use, hoping to use magic more than anything, but it really doesn't seem like there's bridges here. I mean, in a pinch, I can always swim, but I'd rather walk It's very tempting to go to that cavern. But I do want to try and stay on track if I can. For all that time that I spent. Alright. I may have to reset on this one just because I don't think I can. Yeah, this is a common disease, so I'll do my best, but cost 100, chance 0. Yeah, well, so much for that. Yep, well, that's a bunch of wasted time. Also gonna take a minute and take a look at these other locations on the map. So they are Cool and Alvaloti. Yeah, I mean it's not ideal, but I can at least go out and around, it looks like. Oh, of course I remember. It's because I used the teleport scroll. That's why I'm in such an unusual place. Again, it's tempting to check this out, but I'll was one other thing I wanted to take a look at was, Amanin. Huh. Alright, I seem to remember there was a location that she mentioned. She was on her way to Nisus. Okay. Maybe I didn't look close enough, but... just in case we repeat the terrible mistakes from before. Of course I did. I don't want to restart every time I get a disease, but obviously one that stops me from being able to walk is not ideal. Wow. I'm gonna need to find a new approach if I wind up with a blight that easily. I'll try and resist disease later if I have to. Alright. I know that's a little cheap, but... there is, of course, theoretically a way around it, which is just to, you know, drop some items, walk back, get healed, then pick up the items again, but that seems like a pretty strong burden for a fairly routine task. Looking for some excuses to use some more spells for restoration and whatnot. Okay, so this should be particularly helpful. So, Nisus, South Velothian, cool. Of course, if those signposts are directing me to Nisus, I'm kind of curious what route I would have taken to get there. We definitely seem to be on the right track now. Actually, so much so that I'll do another intermediate save. I've tried to work it out now that any major milestones are, like cities, are the A saves, and that the in-between points are the B saves.
Welcome. Please don't be shy. I'm listening.
Ah, hello there. I was hoping for a handsome young gentleman like yourself who has happened by. Might you take a moment to help a lady in distress?
Well, how could I say no with an introduction like that?
Well, I dropped my ring and I can't seem to find it. I think it must have rolled down into this pool here, but I can't go in to get it because I'm expected in Nisus shortly. You see, I'm a private dancer, and I can't very well smell like icky mud water, now can I? Would you please get it for me? The water's not very deep, and I'd be grateful and in your debt.
It would be my pleasure.
Oh, thank you. When I finish dancing this evening, perhaps we can get together and discuss your reward.
No good deed goes unpunished, Outlander. Soon you'll be reduced to dust.
Find a way to heal. Damn. Let me draw my weapon. Oh, Jesus. I kind of expected something to happen like that, but that's a little disappointing that I wasn't able to pick up I wasn't able to draw my weapon for some reason.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
I really just wanted to see if there was materials I could pick up here, but oh well.
No good deed goes unpunished, Outlander.
Spell absorption might be a good idea right now, actually. thought you said to get up. Alright, well.
I've agreed to retrieve Sinette Jilin's ring from the pond. After retrieving the ring for Sinette Jilin, she and an accomplice began to attack me. It seems that this was all a ruse to lure unwary travelers to their doom.
And apparently a rather successful one if I can't draw my weapon. So I think the answer here will be to stop by the first inn that I can find at night and rest up. There's really not necessarily any benefit to powering through the night if I'm fairly low on health. Something made that clinking noise. Also, I'm sure at some point I can do some alchemy. There's a boat over there. Obviously, I was more worried than I should have been there. This may be another story, of course. Yeah, that was blighted, so I probably shouldn't have been picking flowers. Oh no, I can't handle the flowers. Alright, Jesus, Alvelothi, cool.
Welcome to Alvelothi, Outlander. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. What can I do for you?
Could you tell me about Alvelothi?
It's been quiet. I think everyone is concerned about those outcast Ashlanders will kidnap more people. Didn't you hear? They took Madura Saran. She was but a simple pilgrim. Someone needs to rescue her.
Tell me more.
Some rogue Ashlanders have a small camp just south of the village. They took her there. Look for the camp past the lighted tree up on the hill. Watch yourself.
Sounds like I found something to do. Could you tell me more about yourself?
I'm Ormathan, smith and retainer of the Great House Redoran.
Well, I have some repairs I'll probably be able to get you to do, but let's start with some sales. I'll save the Dwarven War Axe for later just because it should be a it's a fairly high value item. The spare kite and whatnot, though, that's just taking up space. guess the rest doesn't mean a whole lot, so let's see if we can get that up to a 5. 80. Let's see what else we've got. Not much that I want.
Speak, traveler.
I'm an officer in the Imperial Law. Move along.
Tell me more about House Redoran.
I belong to House Redoran and serve honorably.
I really just want to find a place to sleep. This almost never works, but it's not a style I'm gonna keep trying to do, but it worked in this case. Guess maybe the outpost doesn't have enough infrastructure for a proper tavern or a...
What brings you to Aldvalathi, stranger? Looking for a good time? You won't find it here.
Can you tell me about Madura Saran?
Some rogue Ashlanders have built a small camp just south of the village. They took her there. Look for the camp past the lighted tree up on the hill. And watch yourself. The only servers offered here are over at the Aldvalathi outpost. They have a publican, Trivura Arnium, and an Oreo Omthan, a Redoran smith, and Sidam Omlin, a Redoran trader.
Alright, well, where's the outpost? Yeah, I know how you feel. I am fascinated by these lights. Apparently doesn't mean anything, though. So I'm curious what part constitutes the outpost.
Yes, I'm Theldin Virith, sort of hetman of Ald Velothi.
What are your duties?
Can't give you duties unless you join House Redoran. I suggest talking to Naminda and Aldaroon. She's the one who usually signs up new hirelings.
Good to know. Tell me more about yourself.
I'm Theldin. What can I do for you?
What kind of training do you offer? I mean, interesting, but not quite the thing I'm looking for right now.
This is Ald Velothi, stranger. It's just a little fishing village up here on the edge of the world. Can I help you?
What have you got for sale? Not much. But I wonder if there's some things that I can sell to you. No.
Let's hear it.
It's actually surprisingly big for what it looked like.
Welcome to Ald Velothi, Outlander. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. What can I do for you?
Who are you?
I'm Lara Venya, mage and novice of the Imperial Cult.
Sounds like we have some stuff to talk about. All right.
Yes, Outlander, what do you want?
I'd obviously love to get a blessing, but I'm also cheap. Or there's that smith I was hearing about. How much is an expensive shirt? Yeah, we'll sell that to somebody more deserving.
Speak, traveler.
What is it that you do? Traitor and everything. Huh? Neat. I'm going to assume if I use one of these beds, it's a crime. But at this point, I'm going to try it. I wish they would warn you, like
Let's hear it.
they warn you by saying it's a crime.
Let's hear it.
All right, let's see. Dragvara Arnim. We'll see if we can find that person. At that point, I'm probably just out of luck, and I'm gonna have to camp.
on, I haven't got all day to stand around and talk to you.
Well, can you rent me a room? Alright. I think I'm just going to accept that I can't sleep here. Fine. Just want to make sure I don't have any kind of penalty or anything.
Outlander, what do you want?
I don't know you. What do you want?
Tell me about yourself.
I am Rawia Asher Bibi, wise woman. You're an outlander. Maybe you don't know about the kinds of Daedric ruins that we have here in Morrowind. Daedric cults worship the bad Daedra. You can learn more about that at the temple. Anyway, long ago, before the temple put a stop to it, people used to worship bad Daedra, more like Baal, Malekith, Shigarath, and Merunas Dagon at Daedra shrines. But lately, since the Empire came in, some people have taken up to worshipping the bad Daedra at the old sites, and I warn you, these are dangerous places.
Actually, I think there's one nearby I should check out. Tell me about Madura Saran.
You'll have to talk to Abyssal. He's inside.
Is it going to be the same story with you?
may speak.
Tell me about the Ashlanders.
The Ashlanders worship their ancestor. Ashlander tribes are led by the Ashcan war chiefs and guided by the wisdom and prophecies of wise women.
You may speak.
I don't know you. What do you want?
Tell me about Madura Saran. Yeah, before I do that.
Can you get me out of here? Let's travel together. Do you want me to follow you? Abyssal will try to kill me if I leave.
Wait here.
Okay, I'll stay right here until you come and get me. What can I do for you, Caius?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Abyssal Azabaslet, barbarian.
Tell me about your hostage.
No, foreigner, we will keep this pilgrim.
Let's try and butter him up. It worked.
So, this pilgrim has value? I will give her to you for 500 drakes.
It's expensive, but let's do this peacefully.
Thank you, Caius. She is free to go. Lead me to the Albalathi outpost.
I think I'll take a quick look at those ruins over there once I turn her in. Alright. Okay, it did specify outpost. Can't get mad about that.
Thank you for getting me to the Aldvalathi outpost.
Tell me about the Ordinators.
The Ordinators are the holy guards and soldiers of the temple.
What about saints?
The temple honors our greatest ancestors as saints, celebrating them as models of virtue and piety, and invoking their aid and protection.
Alright, have a good evening. Or day, I guess. At least I got some reputation. So I should be heading east, but obviously I'm going to take a minute and see what's going on with the ruins here. Usually whatever I face tends to be pretty tough in these things, but we've at least got some rats for starters. Alright, so this is the point. I should be considering an alternative weapon to keep the skill going. That dwarven axe might be an idea, for instance. Something means business. Oh god. Alright. Actually, dwarven should still work. Probably consider a stronger weapon, or something, a weapon I'm more skilled in going against creatures like this, but... So if I have another fight like that, I'll probably just switch to the steel sword. But when fighting something common, I'm just as happy to get some skills up with some other weapons. So long as they're one-handed, I suppose. I'm not going to switch from the shield yet. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like there's very much here. It sounds like something. Just an etch. Great, this might be something I want to switch weapons for, but let's try it. Just gave up. Maybe I should consider trying magic. So at this point, I'm going to need to switch to the steel katana because I don't have any more magic left. When I find a way up there, you're in trouble. The hell does this burden? Clever. Suppose I'll never know why you were attacking me, but... I don't know what that is, but I don't like the look of it. I don't know what this thing is trying to do, but it's not working. Well, we seem to have quite a few Daedra hearts. Ah, now that's what I was looking for. It's gonna take a minute to get my stamina back up. Not 100% sure what I'm gonna be working against here. Alright. So there's more than one of them. But only one of them might have detected me. Yeah, this is not the time for this. I'm gonna try and close the distance as much as I can with this guy. Trapped. Offerings, there's going to be something a little nasty that comes out to get me. So I'm a bit worried about how much time I'm wasting on all this. There is no way I'm going to be able to carry that. Yeah, even the axe is too much. That's welcome. This is going to be awkward for any supplemental fights I have. Daedric key is welcome. As are materials. Now, I'd love to carry stuff like this, but I clearly don't have the inventory space. There could be some rearranging that I do, but for now, I'll work with what I've got. I suppose in a worst case scenario... Oh wow, there's even more. In a worst case scenario, I can use one of those beds off to the side. But I would rather not spend the night in the spooky shrine. Alright, so it looks like there's plenty for me to do in here, but let's focus on our more immediate concerns before going deeper. Again, I seem to keep getting caught on weird geometry. So yeah, when the time comes, I can probably use one of these. Alright, I'm gonna need to make some decisions here. I might be able to sneak in the claymore when it comes down to it. I bet if I do some alchemy, I could probably make the space. But let's see what we're looking at in terms of the value of this claymore. I need 10. Yeah, it's just not worth it.
You! You don't look like another one of those cultists. Please, you must get me out of here before they perform whatever unholy ritual they've got planned for me.
Tell me more about the unholy ritual.
They kidnapped me while I was traveling with my husband, Sasson. Please, you must help me escape and return me to him. Won't you help?
Follow me. I'll get you out of here.
Thank you so much. I'll follow you. I believe he's east of the shrine.
We can always come back to check out that lower area. And with luck, we'll find a place to sell all these goodies that I've got. Whether or not the AI is capable of following me is another question. At this point, I'll just run ahead and see if I can find the husband and then come back for her. Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm a little doubtful about my ability to get the character where they need to go. It's a chance to train. Aren't you the same people I just...
You will.
No, this is not the same place. At this point, I just want to see if I can find the husband. I thought this was the camp that I passed by earlier.
You in.
Alright, so he's obviously a really long trip away. This is actually going to be a tough one. I'm just going to take a minute and see if I can find where I am on the map. Oh, it didn't open. I thought I saved earlier than that. Let me try and get the map back up. I thought I had it on my tablet, but I think I closed the window by mistake. Sorry, I'm just gonna get this sorted. think I've kinda got it. Although given the fact that she's possibly stumbling over all of the different stuff, I think I might give the rest of the area a try. Wait here, I'll return for you. There's also the possibility, because that's a long journey that I just went on without really finding anyone. It may not be that easy to get back here. Oh wow. So my big fear is that I'm just not gonna have enough storage space for whatever I find in this spot. Obviously, I've annoyed someone. So it looks like there's more than one. I'm gonna try and be cheap and use the bow. Oh God. This thing tends to inflict some kind of strength reducing. Yeah. This might be a write-off. He vanished. Alright, as fun as this will be, I think I'm just going to go back for the, Alright, so I think I am going to need to rest. think I'll make this a C save just in case anything too loopy happens. Actually don't have that many arrows, so maybe I should not do that. Where'd he go? I mean, if I can loot this guy without having to fight him, I'll be happy. Although I'm a little curious what he has.
Response to Barrow's speech by Malvisir, Battle Mage. On the 14th of last seed, an illusionist by the name of Baravar Barrow gave a very ignorant speech about at the Chantry of Julianos in the Imperial City. As ignorant speeches are hardly uncommon, there is no reason to respond to it. Unfortunately, he has since had the speech privately printed as Barrow's speech to the Battle Mages, and it's received some small undeserved attention in academic circles. Let us put his misconceptions to rest. Barrow began his lecture with an occasionally factual account of the famous battle mages from Zuren Actus, Tiber Septim's Imperial Battle Mage, to Jegar Tharn, Uriel Septim VII's Imperial Battle Mage. His intent was to show that where it matters, the Battle Mage relies on other schools of magicka, not the School of Destruction, which is supposedly a Battle Mage's particular forte. Allow me to first dispute these so-called historical facts. Zuren Arctus did not create the Golem Numidium by spells of mysticism and conjuration, as Barrow alleges. The truth is that we don't know how Numidium was created, or if it was a golem or Antranak of any tradition, in any traditional sense of those words. Uriel V's battle mage, Haethoth, was not an Imperial battle mage. He was simply a sorcerer in the employ of the Empire. Thus, which spells he cast in the various battles on Akvir are irrelevant, not to mention hearsay. Barrow calls Empress Moriatha's battle mage Wellock an accomplished diplomat, but not a powerful student of the School of Destruction. I congratulate Barrow on correctly identifying an Imperial battle mage, but there are many written examples of Wellock's skill in the School of Destruction. The sage Celeris, for example, wrote extensively about Wellock casting the vampiric cloud on a rebellious army of Black Rose, causing their strength and skill to pass on to their opponents. What is this but an impressive example of the School of Destruction? Barrow rather pathetically includes Jegar Tharn in his list of underachieving battle mages. To use an insane traitor as an example of rational behavior is an untenable position. What would Barrow prefer? That Tharn use the School of Destruction to destroy Tamriel by more traditional means? Barrow uses his misrepresentation of history as the basis for his argument. Even if he had found 4 excellent examples from history of battle mages casting spells outside their school, and he didn't, he would only have anecdotal evidence, which isn't enough to support an argument. I could easily find 4 examples of illusionists casting healing spells, or Nightblades teleporting. There is a time and a place for everything. Barrow's argument, built on this shaky ground, is that the School of Destruction is not a true school. He calls it narrow and shallow as an avenue of study, with its students impatient and with megalomaniac tendencies. How can one respond to this? Someone who knows nothing about casting a spell of destruction criticizing the school for being too simple? Summarizing the School of Destruction as learning how to do the maximum amount of damage in the minimum amount of time is clearly absurd, and he expounds on his ignorance by listing all of the complicated factors studied in his own School of Illusion. Allow me in response to list the factors studied in the School of Destruction. The means of delivering the spell matters more in the School of Destruction than in any other school, whether it is cast as a touch, at range, in concentric circles, or cast once to be triggered later. What forces must be reigning in to cast the spell, fire, lightning, or frost? And what are the advantages and dangers of each? What are the responses from different targets from the assault of different spells of destruction? What are the possible defenses, and how may they be assailed? What environmental factors must be taken into consideration? What are the advantages of a spell of delayed damage? Barrow suggests the School of Destruction cannot be subtle, and yet he forgets all about the curses that fall under the mantle of the school, sometimes affecting generation after generation in subtle yet sublime ways. The School of Alteration is a distinct and separate entity from the School of Destruction, and Barrow's argument that they should be merged into one is patently ridiculous. He insists, again, a man who knows nothing about the Schools of Alteration and Destruction, is the one insisting this, that damage is part of the changing reality dealt with by the spells of Alteration. The implication is that Levitation, to list a spell of Alteration, is as close a cousin of Shockbolt, is a close cousin of Shockbolt, a spell of Destruction. It would make as much sense to say that the School of Alteration, being all about the actuality of change, should absorb the School of Illusion, being all about the appearance of change. It certainly isn't a coincidence that a master of the School of Illusion cast this attack on the School of Destruction. Illusion is, after all about masking the truth.
This is getting a D because it's a little silly that I'm able to get around this opponent. The character might have had a pretty sure Apprentice is worse. Alright, well I have a spell that I can use. I could have sworn I had Apprentice lockpicks. Trade out some stuff. That or use the I think I'll just do some alchemy. Of course I can. Alright. Not quite enough. Kinda got rid of most of the trash. Yeah. The rings may not be worth much, but they also don't weigh that much. Alright, let's see if we can take this guy out before I try to get the rest of the loot. I have no idea how I got up there, but now. Is this the same guy I was after? Okay, as nice as it would be get the practice in. Where's my katana? I dropped my katana, didn't I? I'm gonna want to take all of these items and I'm gonna have to figure out some insane transport scheme. Yeah, so I definitely want the Daedric war axe and the ebony boots. I want everything this guy is holding. At least that's money. So, let's see what we can do about the encumbrance. Oh yeah, first things first. Okay, so restore intelligence is a pretty high priority, but invisibility is kind of nice. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do instead. Let's find Restore Magicka or Health. So now we'll try restore health. I seem to have missed the void salts before. Alright, then restore fatigue, and then I'm gonna just go for the things that I have the largest amounts of. So like I said, we'll take the largest stacks and see if we can reduce those. So the crush fiber is the first target. Restore luck and fortify personality. Maybe that's enough. Yay. Oh wow, that actually lightened up quite a bit, it seems. Unless I'm forgetting something. So it's still probably not going to be enough to let me take Ebony out, but I can work on that. So realistically, I'm looking at, oh god, this is like multiple trips. Those are the lightest. And again, the thing is, these are really expensive, so it's gonna be, it's gonna be a bit of a struggle to make this all work. I believe in you, Caius. You can make this. Oh God. Thought I was about to fall to my death for a moment. So again, remembering I need to get my katana back as well. It's possible there's something over there that I haven't found yet. So I'm going to make a note of this place because it's clear I'm going to need to come back to get the rest of those items. I can probably free up some more space with alchemy, but I don't want to spend too much of that on the... I don't want to spend too much time on that. The broadcast. That's a lot heavier than I thought it would be. And I need to take all of this. So. Oh, I really need to leave both. That's a shame. Although with that in mind, trying to think of like all the heaviest stuff that I'm carrying. Yeah, you know what, that's not going to be enough. Alright, we're dropping everything. sure I can probably save some by going even further, but let's start with that. I'm basically just trying to make a pile that I can get to easily when I come back here. I still have a feeling I haven't quite got enough space, but this will be a start. See if I can avoid the other jumping that I need to do by oh, so close. Alright, so it's gonna have to be 2 trips. The other thing that's kind of nice about this approach, although I'm not exactly crazy about it, is it will allow me to prioritize the really, really heavy stuff for the trip back to Balmora. So for instance, I'm going to put the Daedric War Axe on this side just because I might want to take that with me. The magical high fantasy of moving incredibly heavy armor in a dungeon. I'm also a little curious, so we'll see. Yeah, just ruins. It's really easy to get stuck on stuff. Alright, so as much as I was trying to avoid an alchemy binge, at this point I think I'm gonna try and work this out so that I can carry the most stuff. But I am gonna get some of the basics down in terms of, oh wow, did I really make her follow me there? Drat. Well, hopefully she figures it out. Unless it penalizes me for not actually having her with me, then that's a huge problem. Okay, so obviously my equipment is the first priority. Okay, then the original plan was these, which technically leaves me enough for carrying other goods. Alright, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is sort out exactly what I've got available to... It actually feels weird that I've got this much space. I feel like I forgot something important. So I got my katana, dwarven axe, silver longsword, boots, cuirass, greaves, gauntlet, pauldron, shield, helm, amulet, ring, belt. Yeah, so I'm properly equipped. Okay. This is just in case there's a problem with my escort. So I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Honestly, I think I'll just use every item that I have. So, drain intelligence, resist poison. Alright, drain agility, resist magicka. Restore intelligence and invisibility. I don't think I'm gonna have anything. Giving up a diamond is a little too much for an invisibility potion I'm not actually going to use, so that's the reason I'm not using that. Drain strength, resist frost. Restore agility, telekinesis. Restore Magicka, Fortify, Endure. Actually, I'm going to keep the Daedra Hearts because I do usually need the right Fortify and Restore Strength. Resist fire, drain health. I might actually have some drain health this time. Not as much as I thought. Restore personality, feather. Drain fatigue, fortify speed. Alright, so restore luck and fortify personality. I thought I've done already, but water breathing, drain fatigue. So give me something. Drain Magicka, paralyze. Fair enough. Drain speed, light. Drain willpower, fortify agility. strength cure poison. Drain personality, fortify agility. I don't know if it's worth checking the others. Presumably I would have found them. Well, we'll try and restore strength, fortify magicka. And then same story here, restore willpower, levitate, but I don't think we have either of those. I know it's really easy for me to miss some on my way to making these, but sometimes it's a little overkill. Alright. Well, I mean, I've got 23 weight to play with. I think that's going to be enough to bring in the Daedric War Axe, but could probably bring along something nice. So I could take a pauldron. Could take 2 bracers. I think the bracers actually make the most sense. And then the rest we save for later. I don't know if it's worth it to try and get her to jump over the... So close. Yes. Well done. Actually, I guess I can make that D, seeing as I've got her in the area. So again, we're going to try and go to the east. But there's going to be some...
Now, where did I put that? Now, where did I put that?
Oh wow, I don't think I'm going to get any of the skills that I want. Anyways, I'm surprised that she made it, and I'm happy that she did.
make this quick.
Just trying to see the closest, Clotus's settlement nearby. It looks like... Oh, Jesus, I don't even know. Maybe Cool. Cool is more to the northeast, though.
I don't believe it. Ugh.
Alright, well, we'll carry on.
Hold still.
Pretty sure I hit my escort like an idiot. I think at this point I should probably just hold off on the spell casting and attack with my normal abilities.
Please, be careful.
So the worry I have here is that she's gonna die while I'm trying to level up my abilities. We could also try and go around. Actually, going around seems like a really good idea.
You'll be dead soon.
So I'm gonna try the dwarven axe on this thing, but if I find out that it's diseased, I'm gonna switch.
I'm not giving up that easily.
We'll put a little distance between us and the camp, and then we'll head back on the road. This is obviously a very literal interpretation of East. I may not actually find anything doing this. But it's worth a shot. Also, if I have any magic potions, I should probably use those right now. So I should at least get a firebolt out of that. Or firebite. Quite literally one, but it's better than nothing. This has the nice sort of double effect of slightly lightening my burden while also giving me more practice
I
with
have
my
the upper
fire
hand.
skills.
Please be careful.
Stay out of my axe. Oh, really? Jesus. This is so dumb that I'm doing it this way, but I am going to try and make a potion to lighten that burn. So there's rat meat I just got. Problem solved. Anyways, like I said, this is a very literal interpretation of go east. Now, see, I want to pick up all these materials, but... So I think the lesson is every time I kill something and take the materials, I gotta do this. Surely I have some restore my fatigue, though. Doing this. There's so many potion opportunities.
Run or die.
The difference is I think stone flour I can actually make potions out of. So, restore strength, fortify magic. Oh well, I was wrong. Alright. That complicates things. Believe the hound meat I can use them. Nope, I have well and truly Jokeweed will help. No. Alright, I figure we can get rid of some crash fiber. Oh, this might be the guy.
So what do you want?
Thank the gods you found her. I can only imagine what those bastards had planned for my Malexa. Please, take your reward, and I'll make sure to let House Redoran know of the service that you performed for me today. Thank you again. Your journal has been updated. 200 gold has been added to your inventory.
At least in this one, we don't get encumbered by gold. All right, let's say that this is a B save now.
I was able to rescue Malexa and reunite her with Sasson. Luckily, the Molag Bal cultists had not adequately prepared for the ritual sacrifice. The couple seemed overjoyed to be reunited, and Sasson rewarded me well. He also swore to let my deeds be known to House Redoran.
I have a feeling I'm more inclined to joining House Lalu. Alright, so I need to start thinking about going south because the plan was to go to Aldrun. Fortunately, this path does seem to be going south, so... of course I'm gonna get attacked. Fortunately, this Nyx hound is not diseased. Gotta be careful with this, but I know I can make a couple of restore fatigue potions. Or at least one. Alright, so if I find anything with restore fatigue, I'll take it. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna have to leave the plants alone for a bit. Oh boy. These things are kind of tough, so let's just bite the bullet and use a real weapon. And one of them was diseased, so yeah, I thought so. Well, let's try and make something of it. Still over encumbered, huh? I mean, it's to be expected at some point I'm going to have the sum of some of the potions that I made. Oh god, that would be so good if I can find something else that drains intelligence. I have two. Don't want to get too far off the path. Again, the plan is to get to Alderun. It'd be nice to see some signposts at some point, just to make sure that I'm not too far off. Those guys might be hostile. Definitely seems like it could be Ashlanders. But they haven't attacked it. No, yeah. So the real problem here is there's no benefit to me doing this, because even if they have something cool, I'm not going to be able to pick it up. Fortunately, his friends are completely oblivious to what's happening. Yeah, there's nothing for me here. Well, I guess some skill checks. As if it wasn't already hard enough to do damage. At this point, I might as well just go for the third guy. people have, like, proper names, so I'm slightly worried that I'm killing, like, proper NPCs that I should care about. Anyways, not bad for a weapon I don't really know how to wield. One drawback with the approach of me bringing lots of stuff that I don't want to sell right away is that I'm not going to be able to sell some of these intermediate things when I get to Aldrin. I feel like I have something I can do drain fatigue with, but I'll avoid the alchemy as I go, and my beloved signposts. We're on track. Although the weather could be better, to be frank. Well, I thought I could dodge it. Maybe I still can. I'm also a bit tempted. I was tempted to do a heal, but yeah, it was worth a try. Alright, and the Kwama Cuddle I think I can do something with. So I am going to prioritize picking up chokeweed when I can. Just because restore fatigue can actually be kind of helpful in battles. And even if they have sort of minimal effects individually, I can just quaff a bunch at the start, and that frees up inventory space. I know I'm not going to be able to use it right away, but... Oh. I believe that's useful to me. Yes. It helps me use the Gresh fiber, so green lichen is a high priority. can actually afford to take a few more materials, it looks like, but I want to be careful. I find it very easy to get carried away. I'm just gonna walk for a bit so that I can cast the heal when the time comes. Love to practice on the Quama Forager, but I'd like to make some progress to Elderun as well, so... And this will... Actually, no, it probably won't take that much. That's gonna get grim. I'm gonna try using Dwarven Axe, but a little too much. So now I need to find an inn. The real excitement, of course, is going to be going back to get all the goodies. I think for that, I might use a courier. Or not a courier, the transportation. I hope this is the right way. this I can deal with. In fact, normally I would use the axe, but... Gonna have to prepare for when these things start noticing me. Oh, that was lucky. Okay, so I want to see what's going on with this guy. But I'm not an idiot. Gonna save first.
You will speak with me now, or you shall feel the bite of my axe. When this enhanced enchantment wears off, Hyson Deep-Rared will shed some blood.
Tell me about this enchantment.
Aye, a foul witch has given me some enchanted disease, leaving me rooted to this spot. She called it witch wither, foul temptress. I had been her escort. She was a big woman, friendly, you know. Then the damned witch ensorcelled me, leaving me at this spot, nearly naked, to display my shame to the world. Hyson Deep-Rared is not accustomed to being mocked, stranger. I shall paint the ground with her entrails.
Oh, I should be able to cure your paralyzation with a spell.
You must bear to cure this malady? This is a trick, stranger. Yours will be the second neck I snap. Never mind. Go ahead with your spell. I couldn't be worse off than I am now. Treat me fairly, Caius, and I will reward you. Hyson Deep-Rared shall have his revenge.
Oh, interesting. But I don't think I have any way of getting my magicka back. Maybe I have a scroll. Terrible.
Ah, you've removed this enchantment with your spell to cure disease. Well done, Caius. For a magic user, you have a great deal of honor. Take this, my family's helm, Ice Cap. It was worn by my father, and his father before him. It will protect you from the coldest of nights. Wear it with honor. Now I must go kill that witch. I shall plant her head on a stake for all to see.
Now I'm over encumbered, probably. Oh, thank God I'm not. Oh, because my encumbrance so much higher. Alright. So it counts as a light helm, but it doesn't quite do enough to be worth it. It's a little closer than I'd like, but no, I'm an idiot. Oh, he doesn't want to lose any time. As I should also start picking up materials again. I also should have read that text for leveling up. I'm sorry, I was a little too eager to move on. Apparently there is no way to take the bow down. Tough run. Again, and lucky I didn't get plight. Alright, it sure will be nice to get indoors with this weather. Nope, it looks like we are basically where we need to be. just take out the bow now. It's kind of hard because this might be Eldrun. Sure looks like it. Excellent. And looks like we've got a Mages Guild, which will be good because I can sell a bunch of my stuff there at a good price. Maybe we have a Fighters Guild as well. Yes.
Welcome to Eldrun, Caius. I am Bardinus, Scout. Are you new here? I don't believe we've met.
Could you tell me about Eldrun?
Eldrun is the district seat of House Redoran and a large settlement. The Redoran council chambers are located inside the shell of an ancient, extinct giant crab. Tracks lead north to Margan and Nisus villages and south to Balmora.
Alright. I think this is one of the guild chests where I can get a bunch of goodies. So, I wouldn't normally take this, but I now have use for the arrows. Oh, that's bad. I don't even care what it goes to, I just want to get the skill. Still overweight. Put down one bracer for now because I'm just going to wind up selling most of the stuff anyway.
Are you here for orders or advancement, swordsman? Is there something else you wanted? Your talents are noteworthy, but some question the depth of your devotion. Perform more duties for the Fighters Guild to earn your place.
Well, hello there.
I didn't realize I wasn't on a mission for the Fighters Guild.
Welcome to Eldrun, Caius. I'm Ergnir Smith. Are you new here? I don't believe we've met.
Alright, so. Got 1800 gold, so selling them the super expensive stuff is like right off the table. But I'm hoping I can sell a few of the intermediate. No, wow, even the 5,000 not happening. Alright. Well, at least I can get rid of the clubs.
Thank you. Please come again.
Basically covers my repairs. Now tell me more about these necromancers.
Well, she is a buoyant armiger and worthy warrior. I hear she's young, inexperienced, ambitious, and noble. Be careful with this one, Caius.
What about Vass?
Go to Vass and meet with buoyant armiger Uline Heinem. May help her clear the necromancers out of Vass. Vass is far to the north in the Sheogorod region. Here, I'll mark it on your map. The journey's a long one. Your best bet may be to take a ship to Dagon Fell from Balmora. Good luck to you.
How far north could it? Holy crap, he's not lying. I don't really think I want any kind of training here, but we'll see if I can convert some of the, He's at 1828. Yeah, problem is all the stuff I have to sell him is, too expensive.
Well, friend, what brings you here?
I'm Trellin, Master at Arms. Welcome to Alderaan, the district seat of House Redoran. Are you looking for someone in particular? All 6 Redoran councillors, Bara Moraven, Halaran Ramoran, Athan Serathi, Garisa Lethri, Minor Arabar, and Bolvin Venom live in the Manor district. Edwina Elbert is Mage's Guild Steward. Perseus Mercius is Fighter's Guild Steward. Old Methel Seren is an eminent temple priest and scholar. Reza Palia is Commandant of Fort Buckmorth, but Imzan the Dreamer is the chapter steward. The Red Guard Heen is priest of the Imperial Cult. Find Goran Andris, Guild Steward of Morag Tong in the Manor District.
Wow. I think I'm just gonna leave that be, to be honest. I don't think I really need to spend the money on training and weapons. I think we'll head straight to the Mage's Guild and see if there's any more skills that I can acquire in terms of, I think my priority should be destruction, restoration, and, spells, definitely. And then... Also, I remember I was supposed to talk to... Lara Serrano.
Oh, hello, hi. That is nice to know. Meet you, Caius. For a second, I thought you were the courier with a message. That is with word of my airship. Wait, is that it? Up there in the sky? Look, oh no, it's just a cliff ray. Yes. I built an airship, you see. Quite a beautiful craft, if I may be so bold. Some scavenged weather equipment parts. A few, long-lasting levitation spells. Very clever. A capital idea, I know. I even hired a gang of, a crew, I guess you'd call them. They were to fly far to the north. Anyway, from all this dust, Solstheim. I paid them rather well. They were to locate Rothman's barrow, to find a certain, an item.
Tell me about Rothman's barrow.
Rothman's barrow is a grave, crypt. It is said to lie, that is, the barrow on the Eye of the Wolf. That's a formation, you see. Rock, ice, that sort of thing. Shaped like a wolf, the wolf that killed Rothman. He's said to be, entombed at the Wolf's Eye. It's only visible from the sky, or, an airship. That's why I built it. I built the airship, hire the crew, they find the barrow, and recover the amulet. And they bring it to me. Perfect plan, I thought. They were to recover, that is, bring me a special amulet. According to stories, legends, and such, Rothman was quite the, he had plenty of lady friends. He was ugly, too. Ugly as a troll, but he had magic trinket. He wore it. The amulet of infectious charm, it was called. By all records, he was buried with it. That's why I built the airship. I hired the crew. I must have that amulet, Caius, but there's been no word. I fear the crew has failed me. Did they fly off course? Or maybe they found the amulet and flew away to meet women. No fair maiden would resist a man with the amulet of infectious charm, in an airship no less. Say, Caius, I don't suppose you're, well, for hire? I would pay you greatly to find my airship. I need proof of what happened to it, of course. Evidence, as it were, just to be sure. And of course, to bring me the amulet. I need that amulet.
You have a deal, Lewis. I'll head to Solstheim. I'll bring back some evidence that shows what happened to your airship and recover the amulet of infectious charm.
Oh, well, that's fine. I understand. Wait, Kai, did you say you'd help me? Why, that's splendid. I mean, it's wonderful. As I said, the airship was headed to the north, to Solstheim. The amulet of infectious charm is, it's supposed to be, it's Hrothman's barrow. The eye of the beast, the wolf, I mean. But you must say the wolf's name. To enter, say, Onjage. Answer wrong and the barrow will be sealed. Forever.
Do you need something?
Oh, you're a lot more articulate than the text indicated.
Welcome to Aldrin, Caius. New here? If so, I can tell you what services are available and where.
Tell me that.
House Redoran services are in the Manor District under Scar. Temple services? The Eldrin Temple is on the east side of town. Go to Fort Bokma south of the town for the Imperial Legion and Imperial Cult services. Fighters Guild and Mages Guild are near the south gate. Pricey, but high-quality clothier, alchemist, and enchanter shops are under Scar as well. You can get more reasonable prices, but a similar selection from the smith, clothier, trader, pawnbroker, and bookseller near the entrance to Scar.
Speaking of reasonable rates, what have we got in terms of spells? Yeah, I might as well go with the destruction. It's not that expensive. I'm gonna regret this. Pretty sure I've already got the spirit of the Daedra. Don't know if I have the vagaries of Magicka. That's a weight 3 I can't afford anymore. I'm definitely pushing it, but
Pleased to meet you, Caius. I'm Himla, mage. Welcome to Alderaan. What can I do for you?
Ken, do you have any destruction or... Oh yeah, you've got some good ones. No restoration, but I think it's time to spend some serious money. Training would be nice too, but at this point I'll just, I'll happily take some new spells to cast if I think they give me an appropriate opportunity.
I'm Enrel, the High Elf Guild Guide. I provide instantaneous transport between various Mages Guild halls in Vradenfell. What is your destination? I can also help with local information. Do you need services? Are you looking for a specific place or someone in particular? The Redoran counts, you know,
I don't need that. Although teleportation to Balmora sounds like a great opportunity, I don't really think I need to walk it this time. So training in alchemy seems like that would be good, but I need to make sure I can sell my stuff first. They've got 400. I think first thing I can do is sell some of the potions I'm not really using. It's the reason why I'm doing the, sort of like the resistance ones. I just don't see a situation where I'd actually be using them. I could, excuse me. I think I'll buy 8 of those. I don't think I can really afford, like, to get all of this stuff, though. Alright, let's see if we can get a little more out of this. Alright, let's put this thing to work. Now I am slightly curious if I try and sell this guy. Yeah, I can't sell him bracers, can't sell him anything. Suppose I could like sell him my crush fiber. Oh wow, that's actually worth something.
What's so important that you would interrupt my studies? If you must have duties for the Mages Guild, I suppose I could think of something. Yes, Conjurer, there is something you could do for me. I'm looking for a copy of the rare dwarven book, The Chronicles of Netulef.
What about advancement?
You meet our requirements, Caius, but you've not yet completed the duties expected of a magician. It's a rare dwarven tome. None of the Mages Guild branches have a copy, and it is simply essential to my research. Would you be willing to find a copy for me?
Sure.
Excellent. Here's 250 septims to cover your expenses. Time is of the essence.
All right.
You may speak.
Surprised I don't have more training opportunities here. Interesting. This is a place I can sell my really expensive stuff, but I actually need to find something to get her. It's really tough, actually, because I don't really think I want to keep any of these items. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it be. If I try and sell the bracer, it's more than she's got. Restore health is nice, but not quite enough to push me over the edge. Alright, well, we can see if we can sell some stuff nonetheless. I don't need the ice cap, so we can get rid of that. Amulet of Shadows actually seems worth something. Yeah, I think at this point I'll just liquidate all the finery. Wow, that's worth a lot.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
Ideally to get you to sell me more stuff. One thing I could possibly try would be, I'm surprised there's nobody here that teaches destruction.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
So the dilemma I have is it's actually really tempting to try and get the alchemy training, but I don't have that much money. So the real hope was I would find somebody who trains in destruction, and I'd find a way of like converting some of my more expensive items into that kind of training. Anyways, it's hard to complain. We are below my weight, but I just got a bunch of I did just get a bunch of stuff to like potions and whatnot.
listening. Please, go ahead.
Alright, now this would normally be where I want to finish everything, but I'm still trying to find Loros Serrano. I think they said he was at the temple. In the pot, huh? Probably not my kind of place. General merch. Smith. Nothing exactly I'm looking for yet. Chronicles of New Theft.
I'm listening.
I mean, it was worth a shot to see whether or not it would be in here. It probably shouldn't be that easy, but... take a minute at the pawnbroker just to see if there's anything worth picking up. What kind of work are you talking about?
I'm looking for a fellow named Aeneas Sarandas. I sold him 2 fine match rings, one with a raw ebony stone, the other with a raw glass stone, but he's failed to pay me the remaining 150 drakes owed. If you will find Sarandas and either get the ebony ring and the glass ring returned to me, or get the overdue payment of 150 drakes he owes me, I will pay you 50 gold.
No idea where this guy, Sarandas is, huh? Well, here, oh, hang on, you might have a copy of this book, though. Yeah, worth a shot.
What was that?
Should probably just wait for the windstorm to pass, but...
I'm Laura Serrano, priest of the temple here in Alderun and member of House Redoran.
Well, I got a story to tell you about at Belgrun.
So I heard that you rescued Gildaran from the Ashlander Cap. I am sure that House Redoran hears of your deeds. If you want to join House Redoran, speak with Namidia at the Redoran Council Hall.
No thanks. Alright. So I'm a little conflicted as to what I want to do now, because I have apparently got a couple of tasks ahead of me in terms of, recovering the amulet, doing these bounties and whatnot. But I do want to go back to Balmora and just drop off all this extra stuff that I have. So I will decide all of that in the next broadcast. Again, I don't think I have... Obviously, nobody anticipates future problems, but in this case, the new video card seems to be working, and this one didn't have any drop frames. So, until next time, thank you very much for watching, and have a good evening.